Hey everyone, today I'm going to solve LeetCode problem number 27, which is remove an element. The problem is quite similar to the question number 26, which we did just before this question, and it was remove duplicates from the sorted array. Yeah, that was the question. But here we are not just removing duplicates, we are removing all the occurrences of a specific value from the array in place. In another great problem to understand the two pointer technique and how to modify arrays efficiently without using extra spaces. So the problem here says that we are given an integer array nums and an integer val. We need to remove all occurrences of val and nums, and we must do it in place, meaning we cannot use an extra array. After removing all occurrences, we should return the new length of the array that contains only the remaining elements. Let's look at the example. The array is given as 3, 2, 2, and 3. The value should be 3. After removing all threes, our array should look like 2, 2, and dash dash. The output should be 2. The array doesn't need to remain sorted. That's an important point to remember in this question. We just need to make sure that all values not equal to val are placed in front part of the array. For that, we are going to use two pointers, I to track the position where the next valid element should go, and j to scan through the array. And whenever we find an element that's not equal to val, we place it in nums of I and move I ahead. And at the end, the value of I will represent the count of valid elements in the array. So let's solve it and then we'll understand the steps of the code. First of all, let's make a pointer int I equals to 0 and then another pointer, but it will be stored in the for loop. It should be less than nums of size. And now, if nums of j is not equal to nums of I, if this condition is satisfied by the code in the loop, all the iterations in the loop, then we are going to assign nums of I equal to nums of j. And then we are going to increment I, okay? And then let's return I. Yeah, let's check it. What mistake did I make? Int I and j nums of size j plus plus if nums of j is not equal to, okay, my mistake, I needed to equate it to val. I solved it equal to the previous question. It was my mistake. Yeah, so it's correct. So let's look at all the steps we did here in the code. First of all, we initialized I equals to 0 and then loop through all the array elements in the array using j from 0 to nums of size minus 1s. We applied j is less than nums of size and that's equal to nums of size minus 1. If nums of j is not equal to val, then we assign nums of I to nums of j and increment I. And then if it's equal, then skip the element and don't increment I. And after the loop ends, returns I, that's the new length, okay? So that's how we solve the question number 27, remove an element.